Celebrating its bicentennial year anniversary in 2010, the Lawrenceville School is a community with distinction and excellence in academics, athletics, as well as the social arena. With such trademarks as the college-like campus, the historical dormitories, and the Harkness system, it is a stronghold of learning and exploring new things. Amongst its many outlets of skill, curiosity, and creativity lies the dance program. A relatively young addition to the 200 years of learning opportunities at Lawrenceville, dance, which resides in the Kirby Arts Center in the heart of the Lawrenceville campus, deserves recognition as one of the most popular activities at Lawrenceville. With many different dance groups and dance classes, as well as involvement in close to all of the theatrical performances, dance is very much a presence in the Lawrenceville community. One of the highlights of the program is the Spring Dance Concert, a student-run show with well over 100 participants. To get more insight about the Spring Dance Concert and dance at Lawrenceville, I spoke with Derrick, Director of Dance at the Lawrenceville School. Mr. Wilder is an energetic and passionate leader, not only in the dance program, but all across the performing arts department. And when I sat down to speak with him, he was eager to tell me what he felt was so special about dance, the Spring Dance Concert, and what he's trying to do with the program at Lawrenceville. What is it that makes you so passionate about dance?
But the thing that really drives me is that for me, at the time when I was a professional dancer and I was pursuing that goal, it was life. It was my breath. It was where I was me in space. It was where everything came together, you know. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to do something where when you're in it, everything else seems to melt away, and you're in this sort of this nirvana. The difference is making a program such as dance work in an academic environment. I mean, Lawrenceville is strong on its academics, and that's our strength, and that's what we pride ourselves on. So developing a program that can hold true to those same high standards is a challenge, and something that I've focused on doing in the program. I hope that students try something new. You know, I hope that they learn to appreciate different art forms, different fields of work as well. I think that's one of the great things about this particular place, and I think that's why a program such as the dance program can work at a Lawrenceville, because students are asked to expose themselves to these different arenas. Dance is cathartic, and so oftentimes I get students and I try to get them to understand that when they come in, today is today, and in this moment, that they forget or put on hold, not forget, all the things that they've done and repair. So I feel that for the dance program, I'm trying to get the students to be more rounded so that they can take all the stress of the day's events and repair their souls as well, so that they become a more continuous person.
Even for a new senior such as myself, it is evident that the Spring Dance Concert is an essential part of dance at Lawrenceville. What is your role in the Spring Dance Concert?
You can call me the puppet master. I am the overseer, so to speak. It is really student-driven. I mean, it's student choreographed, except for the pieces that I choreograph, and Dawn Berman, who's another dance instructor here, she also has a piece that she's choreographed. But other than that, outside of those couple pieces, it is all student-driven.
So you choreographed 3 pieces this year. One with the group of students you went with to Ghana, one with your advanced dance class, and
then there's my yearly all-male piece, generally centered around the 5th form males, generally around the 5th form males who are in upper house, where I'm a house master, basically because I can hold them longer. Their rehearsal times, I get to control that a little bit more. They're certainly already signed out with me, so that makes life a tiny bit easier. Where the difficulty comes in, the majority of them, if not all of them, and this year all of them, are some athlete are involved in some athletic sport, so they get hurt. They're away. They've never necessarily moved in this way. So getting their bodies, which are very, they're gangly and unwieldy, to move in this very fluid way and to work as a different type of team where you have to work as a single unit as opposed to many individual pieces coming together to make the machine work. This is many different pieces coming together, working as a solid piece. So they're not this defensive ends go over here where these tight ends do this and everybody's scrambling around or what have you on the field. It's a very different playing field. And when you lose your line of sight, especially when they come to the stage and they realize the lights, the legs that separate them, all of a sudden their line of sights are gone. It changes the playing field immensely, not to mention when they're staring out into darkness and they know that those eyes are staring back. So this year is a very light piece to counteract what I sort of did last year, which was a very dark and heavy piece. I wanted to go somewhat opposite, something light, fun, airy, and just fun.
People who come to the spring dance concert, what do you want them to take away?
I think the one thing that I hope people take away, especially those Lawrencians who are still here, who won't be graduating this year, I hope they take away that that they can envision themselves up there one day. It's something that I encourage everyone to try once, because it is an experience of a lifetime. It is not something that can be explained, but the energy, especially at the second day when the curtain comes down and everyone comes together and they realize, I just want one more. And it's great in that moment. To see their faces in that moment is it's just indescribable. And that's when you know all of the work has been worth it. That, you know, all the hours and the exhaustion and the yelling and getting upset and pushing the envelope and being the bad guy sometimes has paid off, because you see it clearly, like, wow. And it's like, yeah. And that's not something you can ever, you can talk about it, but until you do it and experience it, you never really know. It's a great feeling.